Hello!
Hello.
Welcome back. This is the We're Just Girls podcast. We are your hosts,
Lana Hart
and Aaron O'Day. We're just girls who would drop kick a child for a sip of a Dr. Pepper.
I would, and I wouldn't regret it one freaking bit.
No, you more than me.
Yeah, I did get a shirt for Christmas from my lovely sister that says I would drop kick a child for a Dr. Pepper,
And she would?
I laughed because I'm like, yeah, that is true. So,
this week, we're going to be talking about some New Year's resolutions and some of our predictions for 2025 because the new year is vastly approaching us.
yes.
Fastly? I don't know words.
Yeah.
Anywho's. And then if we have time, we're going to do some more rapid fire questions.
Yes, because I really enjoyed them, to be honest.
I did as well.
All right. Should we start off with some New Year's resolutions?
Yeah,
Do you want to go first? Should I go first?
You go first. Let's
Okay.
get right into it.
Yes, you know my first one,
Yes,
so
I
I'll
do.
start with this one because you know my first one. Our New Year's resolutions are a little bit insane, but I will be committing to doing every single one of them.
They're
this
genuine.
year. So my first one is master the kazoo.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it would be so funny. I think I could.
I can't take it seriously.
I think I could get really
Kazoo.
good at the imagine we're just at the bars or at a party and I just
They're
whip
so
out
portable.
my kazoo. Exactly, it's portable. And imagine I'm actually good at the kazoo. I'm not just
Freebird.
yeah.
You
I'm
gotta
not-
learn Freebird
yeah,
on
I'm
the
not
kazoo.
just
That'll go nuts.
kazooing for the fun of it. No, I'm going to become a kazoo
God.
master.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that about you, and
so
I'm really
that's
excited.
my first New Year's
I'm really
resolution.
excited to see that come
Yeah.
to fruition.
Yes.
I can't wait. My first New Year's resolution is, I want to get a little. I don't think I can say this. I want to get a little more action out of my feet. I want to train my feet to be able to work like my hands. I want to be ambidextrous, but with my feet.
I'm really glad you explained that.
Yeah,
Because
I'm not going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
I was gonna say the first line sounded a little insane, but
Little
now it makes sense.
I want to be able to use my feet
I'm fully on board
for
with
more
that.
than just walking
yeah.
and picking up a sock when I drop it. You know, if I can pick up things with my toes, why not learn to write?
That would be.
Then I can multitask. I can be doing everything,
Yeah,
writing with my toes, writing with my fingers.
I'm just envisioning you
with my toes. Anyway,
just fully locked in.
that would be fun.
Yes.
Anyway, next
All right.
one.
So my next one, mine get a little bit more tame, but still not usual resolutions. My next one is send out fancy evites for every casual hangout. Every single one of them. So even if I'm just oh, you want to come over last minute, I will be sending you a full-on created fancy evite
You
being come over, hang out,
You have to. You have to.
Yes.
I can. That is so you.
I'm
also.
gonna make it animated.
That wouldn't even be
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
if I saw that coming from you, or if
Yes.
any of our friends saw that coming
Yes.
from you. They'd all be like, "Makes sense."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna tell anyone other than anyone who will have listened to this. So when all of our friends just start receiving fancy evites, I hope they really
They're
enjoy
gonna be
it.
really
yeah.
confused.
So
and
a
I like that.
little more tame than learning the kazoo, but I think it's a fun one.
It's a good resolution to
yes.
have.
I plan on carrying that out.
Yes. My next one is one that I've already started doing in these past couple of months. I want to incorporate twirling more into my daily life. Just twirl whenever I can. And I have been.
Support.
And it has brought me,
So much joy.
yes, an insane, a weird amount of joy.
Yeah.
Just
I can
twirling.
see it.
I'm just around my apartment just twirling. And yeah, I do get dizzy, okay? But you know what? That's part of the
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun, is to just twirl around a bunch, and then you're like, gonna hurl. But you know what? That's just, it's part of the
Yeah.
fun of twirling.
Yeah.
And if
It
you
comes with the
can't, yes,
territory.
it does. It does. It's not just for fun, though, because twirling is serious. And if you can't take the repercussions of twirling, which is feeling dizzy and nauseous, then
Yeah.
don't do it,
Yeah.
okay? Twirling is a serious business, and I'm serious about twirling.
Yeah. Yeah. I fully support it. I honestly might need to add twirling onto mine.
It's so much fun.
I'm like, just imagining being like, oh, twirl, like on my way to the kitchen.
Yeah,
throw
that's
in
what
a
I do.
twirl.
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
I feel like I'd want to wear like flowy clothes too more often. So like a long flowy skirt just around
so
the house, so it'll like.
we need to
twirl
get
with
those
me.
like super dramatic robes that have like the fur, like a Martha May from Grinch robe. Like we need those, and we need to just be twirling around all the time. So next podcast we will be wearing those robes. Could you imagine?
And we're just gonna sit here and twirl the entire episode.
That's the next episode. Is just us twirling.
Yes.
So lock in,
Yes.
because that's gonna be a fun one.
So my next one goes along with the Friends theme.
Mm-hmm.
Each month, at the end of every month, I want to give out awards to all of our friends.
That's another thing that wouldn't surprise me if you started doing.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me
like,
at all.
I'm gonna be like, oh, who made me laugh the most this month?
Me.
And it's probably going to be Erin every single month, to be honest. But then some might be like more obscure, you know.
Who disappointed you the most this month?
Who disappointed me the most?
I know who it's going to be, too.
Who is best dressed?
Oh, I know who that one's going to be, too.
Who had the best hair? Who
was the prettiest? Could you imagine? You were the prettiest this month.
Well, you can only get one award each month, but
Okay,
you're
fine.
giving me ideas for each month on what to give you. So.
Perfect.
But yeah, I can't think of like funny ones right now.
Because we're just not funny, apparently.
Yeah, not funny at all.
That's fine.
But I plan on coming up with some funny ones too, and at the end of each month.
I like that.
Yeah,
I really like that a lot. And that, again, is something that wouldn't surprise me if you started like, if I randomly, you were like, all right, here's your award for the month. I'd be like, yep, makes sense.
Yeah,
Adds up.
maybe
Wouldn't question it.
Along with the Evite, I'll send out an Evite for an award ceremony each month.
Oh my God, we're having award ceremonies every month. We have to now.
We have to.
Like, even if it's virtual, we all like log into a Zoom.
I'm going to get little trophies and hand them out. And you're all just going to have a line of trophies from me in your homes.
Excited. I'm so excited for that. That's going to be really fun. My next resolution is to find my signature move. Because if anyone... So, James from Big Time Rush. And if you haven't seen Big Time Rush, get off. Okay? We don't want you here. Just kidding. Big Time Rush, James, he always goes... And
yes.
Carlos from Big Time Rush puts on his helmet, smacks his helmet. Those are their signature moves.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen Big Time Rush, if you've ever seen Seinfeld, Kramer from Seinfeld always busts into any room that he walks into. Those are their signature moves. And I need to find my signature move so that whenever I walk into a room or whenever I do this move or whenever someone else does that move, they're like, oh, that's Erin's move, you know?
Yeah.
I just want a signature move. I want people to remember me.
I feel like knowing you, it only makes sense that you have a signature move. Like, I feel like it doesn't make sense that
I
you
don't already have one.
Like, I just feel like you should have
right?
one. So
I need to find my signature
I'm
move.
on board.
If anyone has suggestions for what a good signature move would be, let me know, because I need to find a good signature move.
It is funny that you mentioned Kramer and him dramatically entering the room, because I almost added my resolutions, like, dramatically enter every room.
Okay, well, I think we should just start doing that anyway then.
Yeah, but I ended up not putting it on my list, but maybe I will now.
I think we
because you
should.
said that.
I think we should.
But you still need a move.
Yes, I need a signature move, whether it be...
I was going to say,
guns.
at work, my signature move is finger guns.
Yeah.
It's only at work because it's my work personality. And apparently my work personality includes finger guns. But, like, at work, I'm known for, like, doing a little pew-pew all the time. But
work signature move isn't a move at all, but a thing that I do where some of the kids at work will, like, tell me a joke. And I'll pretend to laugh really, really, really hard. And then I'll just go completely straight-faced and walk away from them. Because it's not a funny joke.
Scares the hell
it
out
does.
of
They
them,
get really scared. And then that makes me laugh.
Full support.
So I guess that's my work thing.
Yeah.
Is I laugh really hard at people's jokes, and then we'll just...
Yeah, but you need, like...
And then I walk away.
Just, like, an Aaron thing.
Yes, an everyday move.
All day, 24/7
Yes.
Aaron. Yes.
We got to come up with something.
Yes. Along with that, my next one is extreme commitment to a singular bit. Like, I know we love to commit to the bit in general, but
Above all, commit to the bit.
I really want a singular bit that just thrives above all else. And I have a few different options. So, like, one of them would be I just start rating things that nobody cares about.
Love it.
So, like, say we're sitting here, like, I sit down, new environment. I'm just like, oh, this table, 8 out of 10. You know, it's pretty nice, pretty sturdy. Just rating random things in my environment.
And you can just start, like, rating, like, people's attitudes.
Yeah.
Like, if one of our friends has a bad attitude, 2 out of 10 attitude.
Yeah.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Someone has a great attitude or comes up with a
12
great
out of 10.
idea. 12 out of 10 idea.
Yes.
I love that.
So that's my one idea for a bit. Might do that. Another bit that's in the running is pretending to forget random and basic facts about both myself and my friends. So if someone's like, oh, like, who wants to drive? Emily, you want to drive? And I'm going to be like, wait, since when do I drive?
Guys, I don't know how to drive.
Like you're telling me I know how to drive? Like, stupid stuff like that.
Just gaslight people.
Yeah. Just, like, pretend I forgot that I drive a car.
I love it.
Like, you'll be like, oh, gonna go home to my fiance. I'm going to be like, your fiance?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
No, that's true.
I thought
he exists.
I never even knew he existed. Which,
guys, he really does
clearly,
exist.
by the way, he does exist.
Guys, he really
is
does exist.
My best guy friend.
I
So
really am engaged. For those
that's
of you who
why
didn't know.
it is funny. That's why it's funny, because it's clear that I didn't forget
He exists.
about
I do
her
have a
fiance.
I do.
And my third bit that's currently in the running for me to commit to is wearing sunglasses indoors and just always insisting it's for mood lighting.
We actually have been doing that when we go out to the bars recently. We have been putting on sunglasses, and it has changed the game.
It has.
Especially us and your boyfriend. We do
Yes.
that a lot. We
It's
pop
way
on our
more-
sunglasses.
You know, we actually haven't done that in a little bit.
No, we did it all over the summer
But
because we
over the
always had
summer,
sunglasses
yes,
with us over the
yes.
summer
In the winter, I guess it makes less sense.
because
but
it's always dark out in the winter.
Yeah.
But in the summer, sunglasses
But
at
we
the
should
bars
start
and sunglasses
doing it
at night and
again.
sunglasses indoors.
But
rules.
I think I'm just going to start doing it, like,
24/7
all the time. That's what the bit would be. And then if someone asks why I'm wearing them, I'm just like, it's for mood lighting.
Or
guys.
gaslight them and be like, I'm not wearing them.
That's a good one.
Not wearing sunglasses. I don't know what you're talking
maybe
about.
my commitment to the bit or my resolution is just gaslight everyone over everything.
All the time.
All the time.
So my brother does.
Just constantly gaslight people.
Speaking of my brother,
What a lovely resolution.
he committed to a bit over the holidays. Christmas Eve, we always have a family Christmas Eve party with, like, family friends and my fiance's family. And my brother committed to a bit where he would come into the room with all of our parents and everything and just shotgun. And 2 minutes later, shotgun again. 2 minutes later, shotgun again. He shotgunned about 15 times in, like, maybe an hour. And my mom was getting so mad at him. She was like, knock it off, was screaming at him. And I mean, he was doing pretty good about it. Like, he was killing them pretty quick. Then we found out that he had been dumping them out into a cup to, like, trick us all into thinking that he was doing it really quick. And then my mom found out and she goes, you're cheating. You're not even doing them all. And he goes, okay, watch this, Mom. And then chugged all the glasses of the stuff that he had poured out. So the bit didn't go well for him.
Yeah.
But it was funny for all of us to watch him do that.
is
But that's
really
commitment
funny.
to the bit.
It is.
He ruined his whole night and the entire next day. He couldn't come to the family Christmas party on Christmas Day. But it's because he committed to the bit. And you have to respect his commitment to the bit. Above all else, commit to the bit.
I respect anyone and appreciate everyone who will risk pretty much anything just to commit to the bit. This lava lamp is crazy.
It never heats up in time.
No.
Never. But at least we got some
it's still early,
action.
so it might move some
I did
more
heat it up
throughout.
at home, too. I had it on warming up at home. But maybe we'll get some better action today.
So I have one, or no, it's your turn for resolutions.
Yes. Yeah,
yes.
my turn. Also, you know what else I realized? My signature move could be twirling.
I was going to say it because you said
Kill
it
2
right
birds
after
with
the
one
twirling.
stone.
I was going to recommend maybe twirling.
Twirling
when you said
could be my signature move. Okay,
when you
guys.
said- okay.
Maybe we figured it out.
Yes.
My next one is to try to make someone just slightly uncomfortable every single day. Not by doing anything like weird or creepy, but like maybe by complimenting them in a really weird way, like being like, your earlobes are just really nice. Or like, you've got great nostrils.
Yeah.
Like, if someone said, you've got great nostrils, I'd be like, oh, that's nice. And then I'd be like, wait a minute. They
Hold
just
on.
complimented my nostrils? That's
Yeah.
really weird. Like, I just want to make people, I want to do something nice for people, but in a way that makes them just slightly uncomfortable so that they're like, wait a minute, that was a little bit weird.
I support it.
I just want to make people slightly uncomfortable every single day. I want to make that a project
in a
of
nice
mine.
way, and
Yes.
I really like that it's like...
I don't want to be mean or creepy. I just want to
Yeah.
make someone think twice about something that I did.
Yeah.
Be like, wait a minute.
Keep
was that
everyone
nice?
on their toes.
Yes.
2025 is the year of keeping people
Everyone
on their toes because we're gaslighting them.
Stay
we're
alert.
making them uncomfortable.
Stay alert, everybody.
We're twirling.
We're twirling
and
around
we're
a lot.
giving out awards.
Yes. Stay on your
So,
toes. Stay alert.
We're keeping everyone on their toes in 2025.
Yes.
I have one more New Year's resolution.
I also have one more after this.
This one's a bit boring. It's just write a book. I don't know what about. It could be anything. It could be a book about myself. It could be a children's book. It could be a really
book about
intricate, really intricate fantasy romance book.
You'd be good
I
at
don't
that.
know. But I think I just want to write a book for S&Gs,
I like that for
and
you.
I don't know. It could be 5 pages. It could be 200 pages. Memoir, fiction, nonfiction, whatever.
Whatever it
I
is.
think I'm going to write a book.
And I think you should. I
Or
think you would be
it'll
really
be
good
a
at
book
that.
of bits.
The book of bits. I think that's it. The book of bits. And everyone send in their bits that they've been doing. Not their gross bits, okay? They're fun bits. They're funny bits. The lighthearted bits, okay?
Yes.
Send in some lighthearted bits and we're going to
Those
make a book of bits.
Yes.
That would be really fun. That would be really, really funny to make a book of bits. I love that idea. Anyway, my last resolution, I want to get hooked on a really bad habit, but then before year's end, I want to overcome it. And I want to like maybe get totally hooked on smoking cigarettes, and then before January next year, quit and overcome it, and just because I want to see if I can. Could you imagine? I don't overcome it.
That would be horrible. So maybe we start off with a lower risk habit that you start.
Like what? What's lower risk? Cigarettes.
I'm sure we can find one.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to get hooked on a bad habit and overcome it before year's end.
Yeah. So comment down below.
Some bad habits.
What bad
Don't say
habits?
heroin. I'm not doing it. Okay.
Nothing that bad. Nothing super terrible.
No, it's nothing that's going to ruin my life.
A little bit low risk.
Yes.
Yes.
Medium risk.
Low to medium risk.
Plus-
As your friend, we're going
I
low
also
to
don't
medium.
think I have that much of an addictive personality.
Yeah, you
So I
really
think
don't.
Not that I want to belittle anybody's addiction,
Yeah.
but I think I could overcome an addiction
Yeah.
just because I don't think I have an addictive personality.
Yeah, you're
So I
just
think I could-
testing the water.
I am. I just want to see. I want to see if I do have an addictive, if
Yeah.
I could get addicted, and if I do
Yeah.
get addicted, if I can overcome it. I want to test my strength.
Yes.
I want to see. I want to see if I can do it.
I think I support, but
You think, but you're not very sure.
It depends on
Let's
what
go
the-
back to the book
It
of
depends
bits.
on what the habit's gonna be.
Yeah.
If
We
I
need to find
support
the
it or
right
not.
habit. We need to find the right habit. Biting my nails. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I already do it.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I'm never giving that up. All right, maybe I'll just try to overcome a bad habit that I already have.
Yeah, but I mean, where's the fun in that?
No, you got to get hooked on a new one. We can't do that. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
Moving
do you
on.
have any more resolutions?
Twirling, training my feet, finding a signature move, making people uncomfortable, and getting hooked. No,
All right, perfect.
that's it. Those are all my resolutions for this year.
Because as we're on the topic of revolution,
Revolution.
as we're on the topic of resolutions, I a good resolution for me would be learning how to speak, I think.
Yeah,
Because
no, me too. I have a stutter. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that yet.
I think I'm verbally dyslexic.
I think
I'm
you
sure
are
you
too.
guys have picked up on it. I'm
can't
verbally
speak.
dyslexic and I can't speak, so let me start a podcast.
Literally. No, it's so
Perfect.
horrible though because we hang out with each other more than anyone else and neither of us knows how to speak. So we're just like, no, yeah, go for it.
That's the problem is we're just used to it with each other. But so anyways, what I was going to get into about resolutions, a little side-
Revolution.
Yeah, resolutions. This is another don't get me started
Oh, yes,
topic.
yes.
And this might just be I might be seeing it more because, as we said, we had both deleted TikTok. I re-downloaded TikTok for the podcast so I could share clips and everything. And now I scroll on TikTok again like I used to. But because I scroll on TikTok on the podcast account, my For You page isn't like...
It's not your For You page.
It's not my For You page. No. And I did log back into my old TikTok so I can scroll on that and like see the difference between them. So I might just be more annoyed by this because I'm seeing more of it because of how my For You page is. But going into the new year, I really hate how everyone's like, oh, what's going to be the fashion trend for 2025? Oh, what's going to be this trend for 2025? Oh, to be a hot girl in 2025, like, you have to do all of these things. Because I'm just sick and tired of it, to be honest. Like, I hate that every year we need to have a new trend. And I know there's always going to be trends.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just going to be, like, trends disappear. And, like, I'm all for, like, oh, you know, bettering yourself or whatever and having actual resolutions. I did hop on the vision board trend and made a vision board, but it's still different. Like, I'm not going out there and trying to change my entire style to anticipate what a trend is going to be next year, because I feel like it's also really hard to predict trends anyways. And if you go out and buy all the stuff for it, chances are it's just going to end up not even being a trend, or it's going to end up going out in a few months. And I feel like maybe it extra bothers me because I know we both went through this where, like, we wanted to kind of find our style.
Yeah, in college we did this.
We struggled with it a lot until I think we both kind of just came to the terms with, you know what? Whatever I feel that day, that's how I'm going to dress.
Why?
So we all have clothes. We both have, like, clothes
for every style.
Different styles. And it's like, all right, if this is the vibe I want today, this is how I'm going to dress.
We only live one life. Why are we going to...
I'm not putting myself in a box.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't find the words for it. But yeah, why do I only have to be like preppy or athletic or boho or all that stuff? What if I want to be boho one day and then I want to be in my sweats the other day?
Yeah.
And then what if one day I want to be really dressed up?
Emo girl one day. You know?
I love, oh my God, college, I loved dressing like an emo girl. I'm not an emo girl at all.
Dress how I want.
Yes.
Instead of chasing trends in 2025 should be the year of just doing you.
Just do
what you want. Stop hopping on the trends. Stop buying insane or spending insane amount of money to try and keep up with the trends. I'm just like sick of it.
As my mom always says, I just don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Like,
that's all my mom ever says.
And I feel
nowadays.
like that's also just the best way to be the happiest too, is just like do what makes you happy. Because I have noticed, like, the more I scroll on TikTok, I almost fell into the trap of like, oh, do I need to start dressing this way? Oh, do I need to like go buy stuff? I don't have the money to go and change my wardrobe.
Zero monies.
I don't have room in my closet to go and buy more clothes. Like, there's no reason for me to be hopping on these trends, and I didn't notice it until I re-downloaded TikTok. And so,
it's not on Reels as much as TikTok, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
I saw someone said that TikTok is vape and Reels is cigarettes. And I'm on Reels, baby.
I can see that. Yeah. So, sorry it's a bit more serious of a don't get me started, but
it's really not, though.
It's just been driving me crazy as I've been on TikTok more recently. I've been like...
And why is that everyone's only focus for 2025 is how they look? It should be about how you feel. And it, honestly, instead of worrying about yourself, maybe look around the world and worry about other people for once. The world doesn't revolve around you. Yeah, your world revolves around you. But you might feel a lot better about yourself if you look outside of yourself and maybe try to make a difference in the world.
Dude,
we're like, actually get hooked on a bad habit. And now we're like, go help the world.
That actually did remind me, though, the one time my therapist had said to me, I was talking about like insecurities and stuff, and I was talking about someone else that also has insecurities, and this was a horrible therapist that I had, and she started like talking shit on the other person and was talking about, oh yeah, insecure people are really just selfish people, and it's kind of true.
No, it is.
Because it's like, all right, if you're insecure, one of the ways to get rid of it is just being like, why do you assume people are thinking about you that much or something like
Nobody's
that?
thinking about
and
you like
it
that.
is true. But I was mad at my therapist because I'm like, you're saying this to like talk shit about this person when I'm also insecure myself, so you're not making me feel great about myself.
And then what is she saying to her other clients about you? Or what is she saying to other people about you if she's talking about someone else like that?
I don't think she knew enough about me.
No,
I knew more about
trust her?
I knew more about my therapist than my therapist knew about me.
Same with my first therapist.
She was a horrible therapist.
Horrible.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was my little don't get me started is I'm back on TikTok and it just drives me crazy that everyone feels the need to chase trends, spend money, contort themselves. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
I don't know. Contort themselves to be the image of 2025 and to be trendy and fit in. And you know what? 2025 is the year of doing you.
Live you.
Live you.
Do whatever makes you happy.
Be you, live you, play the kazoo.
Yeah.
That's
there
me.
we go. Be you, live you, play the kazoo.
2025 is my kazoo girl era.
Yes, please. And my 2025 is my twirling girl era.
Yes.
Maybe I'll start dressing like a ballerina.
Yeah.
Who knows?
One day you can. The next day you can dress like
this.
Yep.
And this is how I dress every day.
Yeah, this is our preferred dress.
This is.
But
it's comfy.
Yes.
And it makes me happy. Yes. Maybe I don't look great, but I'm comfy and I feel great.
That's all that matters.
So take that, haters. Anyway, we're going to move on to our predictions for 2025.
Yes.
Do you want me? I start? Okay. My first prediction is that an animal will escape from a zoo. Yeah. I think we are overdue for a zoo scandal. I feel like growing up, we had a zoo scandal like every few years.
Yeah,
and I can't remember the last zoo scandal. Maybe I haven't been paying attention.
Maybe.
But I think there's going to be something with the zoo, and I think it's going to be that an animal will escape from a zoo.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I think we haven't moved on from Harambe yet. And
No.
that's why there
at least not our generation.
Yeah, our generation hasn't.
Mm-mm.
Yes. That probably tells everyone exactly how old we are because we have not. Our generation will never move on from that. But
Harambe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my first prediction for 2025. Do you have any?
To be honest, I don't have a single prediction.
That's okay.
Because I can't think about the future. To be
you
honest.
like to live in the present. You like to live in the now.
I started listening to this personal growth audiobook, and what they said in it was, I know.
The way you're like,
who am I?
I'm doing. I love it.
Who the hell am I? I feel like I can't say that seriously. Like, I feel like I have to, like, be jokey about it. But the audiobook said the way our brains comprehend things is we can't comprehend the future or the past. So we have to live in the present because it's the only thing that our brains can actually process. So,
I mean, when I think of the past, like when I think of my childhood, it feels like a fever dream. I don't think it actually ever happened.
Exactly. So
I literally don't think it happened.
That's my prediction is I'm just living in the present.
All right. Well, then I'll just go through I think I have 6 predictions for 2025.
I can't wait.
I'll go through them all. The first one was that an animal will escape from a zoo. The second one is that animal that escaped from the zoo will saunter around the city and try to blend in with society. And then after that, the animal's friends will also escape from the zoo, and they will go and try to find the first escapee from the zoo. All the animals will get caught in a major train station, and they will be tranked. The animals will then be shipped off to their natural habitats, but a huge storm hits, and they get lost at sea. But then they all miraculously land up on a strange island, and they begin the next chapter of their lives trying to survive in the wild. They make new friends along the way, and they deepen their existing friendships. Their story will change lives. That's my prediction for 2025.
I love it. So basically 2025 is Madagascar comes to life.
Yes. Madagascar was my favorite movie.
To Africa, though.
Yes.
What is that?
That's the first one.
That's the first one?
Yes. That's the story of the first one. When they escape the zoo and then they get caught in Grand Central Station and they get shipped off. They were being shipped off to Africa, but the storm hits and they fall off.
The Africa one is a different. I haven't seen the first one in so long. So I've only seen
Madagascar. The first one is so good.
I love the Madagascar movies.
Yeah, Madagascar was my favorite movie as a child. I'm pretty sure my 6th birthday party was Madagascar themed. And so my prediction, it's just more my hope that Madagascar comes to life in 2025.
But only if we're involved.
Yes.
I don't want the FOMO of Madagascar coming to life and not being involved in it.
No.
So.
I just need to know that it's happening, and I need to maybe once the animals are caught, we can make a trip down to Grand Central Station and go to New York if that's where they are, and just see them before they get shipped off and say, "Goodbye, Alex the lion. I'll miss you." And so on and so forth. Yeah. But yeah, my hopes for 2025 is that Madagascar comes to real life.
I'm on board.
And that's really all I see happening. That started out with my genuine prediction for 2025 is that an animal will escape a zoo.
I believe it.
And then I was like, what other predictions do I have? And then I just kind of ran with that. I was like, you know what? Madagascar.
Commit to the bit.
Hello, that's our motto. Commit to the bit. Yeah, that's all we've got as our predictions for 2025.
Because I see none.
Yeah. No,
we
don't see into the future.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We see happiness in our future. Yeah. That's it.
Happiness and kazoos.
And
that's my only prediction. She's beautiful.
She's working. She's working overtime right now.
Maybe in one of these episodes, the lava lamp will lava.
Here's hoping.
Lamp.
It's also cold, okay?
Yes.
The lava lamps don't work as well in the cold seasons. In the summer, this would be going nuts right now, okay?
True.
But
I mean, it is warm in here, though. So you would think it would help. Come on.
Hello, wake up.
Sorry. Anyways,
we got distracted. We have ADHD.
That happens a lot.
Do we want to do some rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
To close us out?
Yeah, I think we have some time, so
let's do some rapid fire questions to close us out. You start us off.
All right, my first one is, what is your strategy if a squirrel started aggressively following you?
Well, first, if I noticed that a squirrel was following me, I'd be like, why are you following me? What's happening? And if he started getting more and more aggressive, I'd be like, I don't have any nuts. What do you want? Okay? What do you want from me? And then I think I would try to tame him. I think I would just let him come to me and be like, okay, clearly you want something from me. There's something from me that you want. And I would just gaslight myself into thinking that I have a strong connection with animals and be like, it's obviously my aura. And that's why this squirrel is following me. There's something about me that this squirrel finds really attractive. And I shouldn't deny him the pleasure of knowing me. So
I support.
I would let the squirrel come to me. I would hopefully befriend him and tame him. And I would keep him as my pet.
I really support.
That's what I would do.
Enemies to friends.
Yes. Enemies to lovers, perhaps.
I was going to say enemies to lovers, but I was like, I think that's a little
That's a little crazy. Bestiality, not for me. Yeah. Enemies to friends.
Enemies to friends.
And nowhere beyond that.
Enemies to best friends.
Yes.
Except if the squirrel takes my spot, I will kill the squirrel.
Promise. Okay, good. And then I would definitely show my pet squirrel to our one friend who's horrified of squirrels.
That would be a really funny bit. Just to have
that would be the prank.
Yes, we have to prank
our friend
him.
Pranked us horribly years ago. Made me think he was dead. It was I sobbed. It was horrible. It was horrifying.
Yes.
And
I was searching my entire. Me and Aaron both searched my entire house for like 20 minutes, like frantically.
Where is he? What
searching.
happened? I found him
where
laying
the hell is he?
face down in the yard, like in the backyard, back by the cars where like no one really goes. Why would we be back there? I found him laying face down back there. I thought he was dead. He wasn't, obviously. And it was horrible and traumatic and one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. And we've been saying that we are going to get him back for years, but we need to top it.
Yes.
How do you top playing dead? We tried to like convince him that I was pregnant, but that didn't really go over well.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to do something with squirrels. He's petrified of squirrels.
The ultimate prank. Nothing too harmful.
Nothing that would hurt him the way his prank hurt us.
Hurt us, yes.
But something with squirrels.
So if you have any prank ideas, comment them below. I like the little tiny. We keep getting distracted.
I know we keep getting distracted by the stupid lava lamp. What would you do if a squirrel started following you?
Probably cry, and then actually, well, I also hate squirrels, to be honest, so I'm terrified of them. I used to not have much of a problem with squirrels until the first place I went to college. The squirrels on that campus were like evil squirrels.
There's something about like college squirrels.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was like a Twitter account called like College Squirrels because like I remember my first college that I went to, I was like, the squirrels here are crazy, and I texted my sister about it and she goes, no, there's something about squirrels on a college campus that are crazy.
I guess maybe they're just used to like getting more food or something from college kids leaving it around. I don't know. But I was never scared of squirrels until college, so I think if a squirrel started aggressively following me, I would cry and then run. And then I almost said climb a tree, but squirrels can't climb trees.
That's where squirrels go.
I was gonna say that's where squirrels go.
That would
maybe I would run to the nearest store, quickly buy a bag of nuts, throw them, and then run and hide for the rest of my life.
I like that idea.
That might be the only solution, to be honest.
I like that plan for you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
The squirrel would be too attracted to me.
I support the enemies to
friends.
Platonic lovers.
Yes, platonic
soulmates.
Me and a squirrel.
I was gonna say, I guess platonic lovers doesn't really go together, but anyways, it's a different kind of love.
It is a different kind of love. Okay, my rapid fire question is a little bit silly. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? It's an interesting question.
You have asked this before, and last time I think I said one horse-sized duck, but I'm actually changing my answer to 100 duck-sized horses.
That's what I would
because
do too.
I'm also afraid of birds, I realize.
Yes.
And I think last time in my head, for some reason, I was envisioning like a rubber ducky being the size of a horse and like a sentient rubber ducky.
No, it's
the
a
size
real
of
duck.
a horse. But then I realized right now it's a real duck. And I'm terrified of birds, including ducks.
I think a horse-sized duck would be much more horrifying than a little. I mean, ducks are like what, like this big?
Yeah.
Like think about the duck from Friends. He wasn't a small bird, but he wasn't 100.
Yeah.
Well, 100 of those would be
100
horses.
of them. Yeah.
And horses can kick and bite really hard.
Yeah.
But a horse-sized duck?
Yeah.
That would be horrifying.
That would be my worst nightmare, probably.
So pretty much we wouldn't want to do either of them.
I wouldn't want to do either. If I had to pick, I would probably do
the duck-sized horses.
The duck-sized horses. Just because I have a fear of birds. And, you know, maybe I'm going to have an enemies to friends story with all the horses, and I become leader of the duck-sized horses.
You know what? I
start a duck-sized horse cult, which apparently we have a cult theme on this podcast.
We do also have cults
and
going on
I
here.
will become the queen of horse-sized ducks.
I like that about you. I like that a lot about you.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
So that's my plan.
Okay. We're being told to wrap it up.
So that's all the questions we will do this time.
We can do some more in a couple other episodes.
Yeah.
Send in any weird questions you want us to answer.
Yes.
Next episode, we might do some confessions.
Yes. So basically, there were just girl confessions. I mean, guys, if you want to send them in too, then
we can
feel
read them
free.
for
But
you.
we're gonna say
We're gonna
it's
say
just because
our
of
confessions
girls, so.
and We're just girls. That's why
yeah,
we're confessing.
We're
these things.
confessing. We're just girls confessions where you did something or something happened, and then you're like, oh well, I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
So you know,
It's fine.
so send them in.
Subscribe, leave reviews, like.
Yes.
Follow us on the socials.
Another thing that we also, I know we said comment so many things, but one other thing that we want you to send in is we want to try TikTok trends, online trends, hobbies, habits, whatever.
Whatever you want to see us try.
Do trying new things, a segment or an ongoing thing where we constantly try new things, review them.
This could be a 2025 resolution. Is we try new things.
Every single week we try something new.
So send in things you want to see us try.
Let us know whether it's a trend, habit,
cigarettes.
hobby.
Kidding.
Not cigarettes.
Kidding.
Yes, let us know. We'll try them. We'll report back on how it went. And so, yes. So comment that.
Yep. Share
Send
this with
in
your best friend.
Share with your friends.
Subscribe, like, reviews, comments.
Yes,
follow on all the socials.
TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. We're Just Girls Official. And I think Spotify is just We're Just Girls Podcast. So.
And we will see you next week.
Love you.
We're just girls.
on Tuesdays.
Girls.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.